So third thing, how we will study, what we will study, from which material and all that we will refer. Okay. Before that, I am just showing you one of the past exam of ACCA and one of the past exam of CIMA. दोनों का मैं एक एक एग्जाम दिखा रहा हूं आपको, which will take just 5 to 7 minutes. Then I will be saying for this exam how and what we should study, how we are going to conduct our class, what will be your role, how you will be studying to get success in the exam. Okay. So first of all, this is the last term, May and August, the CIMA case study exam. This is the pre-seen material of CIMA Institute, May, August 2023, which is both the exams are over. This was the pre-seen material. The name of the company was Dice Truck. This is the pre-seen material, means this is released 40 days before the exam. My exam was May and this was released around 7th or 8th of April. It is about a logistic company, and they are, you can say, DHL or any type of company who are transporting your goods and service material from one place to another. This is a very big industry. It's not only transporting goods, but they are doing so many operations for different organizations. So talking about the company, talking about the industry, and it is around 23 pages material. Initially, it is giving an introduction. Then they are giving information about the logistic company, what they are doing, what types of logistics they are doing. I mean to say, in the industry, not the company. What type of logistics is happening. And then they must be started saying about Dice Truck. Dice Truck, there is no company in the world. They cannot use an actual DHL or any company in the case study, because maybe there may be a case against the institute why you are using our data in an appropriate manner. So not a single institute can take a risk. So the research is done by the institute for 3, 4, 5 months about the entire logistic industry. Some of the companies, they have taken the example, DHL, this, that and all. अमेरिकन एक्सप्रेस, बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल लिया होगा, उसका इंडस्ट्री को स्टडी किया और एक हाइपोथेटिकल कंपनी उन्होंने बना दिया, डाइस ट्रक. सबको मिलाकर ऑल द डेटा विच इज देयर इन द मार्केट एक्चुअली फॉर डीएचएल और एनी कंपनी, उसको लेकर उन्होंने बना दिया, नाम वगैरह सब हाइपोथेटिकल यूज कर दिया. मतलब ऑल द डेटा आर प्रैक्टिकल, बट दे आर नॉट बिलोंगिंग टू एनी पर्टिकुलर कंपनी. सब all with the, you can say, format and all that. फिर उसके बाद they have given the financial data of Dice Truck, PL account, balance sheet, all these details are there. ठीक है. आप बोलेंगे हम लोग को ये कहां से मिलेगा? I have in our slides which I will share after the class. In the slides I have given the link for all the CIMA past exams case study. एंड फॉर ACCA ऑल द पास्ट एग्जाम. मैं अभी वहां भी जाऊं, लेकिन मैं बोल रहा हूं कि ये लिंक में जाएंगे, सो यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस इंटायर मटेरियल. ये सब मिल जाएगा आपको, बिकॉज देयर आर सो मेनी टर्म्स एग्जाम्स हैपेंड. सो सबका अलग अलग लिंक तो दे वहां एक जगह, एट वन प्लेस ऑल द पास्ट टर्म प्रीसीन मटेरियल, क्वेश्चन पेपर्स एंड आंसर्स आर देयर. 1 second. Then comes, on the basis of this pre-seen material, Suppose this is a question paper. On the basis of the pre-seen material, this is a question paper. This question paper contains exactly the information, the requirement and all that, the way it will be coming in the exam. Just that it is in PDF format. In exam, it will be in the software. So, in exams, there will be three questions, three tasks, three scenarios, whatever you say. In the first, they are giving some extra information, some letter or some write-up about the board meeting, about some issues, which is called unseen portion, which you will be getting on the day of exam only. When you are giving exam, you will be getting these information. So there is one letter to the senior finance manager by the CFO about some issues and all that. And for that issue, maybe some problem, maybe some opportunity, something, the CFO is asking help from the senior finance manager. So indirectly in the exam, you are the senior finance manager. And you need to answer whatever your CFO is asking for help. The requirements are written. There are two requirements. One is 60%, one is 40%. So whatever time you will be giving, that time should be allocated 60 and 40%. For that, writing the answers, there is a reference material. Because why the CFO is saying something to you? Why he is asking your help? What is the background relating to that? So that background information is given in some annexures or reference material. This is coming task 2. This is task 1. The task 1 is given in 2 pages unseen. 2 pages unseen information is given. So in the exam hall, CIMA students will be reading this stuff because that is not there earlier available with you. You will be reading this stuff in the exam hall. Reading the 2 pages will take around 5 minutes of yours. Once you read the stuff, then you will plan your answers, that what I will write, what points I will cover, what exactly they are asking, how I can write a good answer, which points are more important, which are less. You need to plan something. Maybe that will take around 2-3 minutes further. I say that out of particular time available, approximately 10 minutes gone into this. Reading the unseen portion, planning for the answer. Maybe while planning, you are writing something in your answer sheet. Writing means you are typing something which is rough write-up. You will elaborate later. So, आपका 10 minutes is gone into this. In CIMA, we are getting 3 hours. Each task is for 1 hour. You cannot go to the second task unless and until you finish the first task. The first task is available for 1 hour. And in the 1 hour, you need to answer 60-40% both the parts. Out of 1 hour, 60 minutes, 10 minutes is already gone in reading and planning. You have not written anything. So you are getting 50 minutes. So 50 into 60%. 30 minutes you will be giving for the first part, which is 60% of your time or marks. And 20 minutes you will be giving for the second part. For 30 minutes, your length of the answer should be 45 lines. 1 minute we should be able to type 1.5 line. If you can type more, very well. If you can type very less, you need to practice. Not that you start typing this. That means for you, it's more essential that you will be practicing and writing continuously. On screen only. Don't take any printout. Exam is computer based. Normally, institute are saying 15 to 20 words per minute. So 15 to 20 words per minute comes around 1.5 line. This planning you need to have in your mind. I cannot give more than 30 minutes to my first requirement because that is 60% of the time which I will be using for writing. 30 minutes, 45 lines, approximately 44, 45, 50 lines answer. If you are writing less or you are writing more, they are concerned with quality. They are not concerned with quantity. But as per my understanding, since these questions answers are not that, say in short about Ramayana, it's not like that. It's a subjective, it's your way of expressing the thought process. So for that reason, if the length is very short, you are writing 30-35 lines, it's guaranteed that you are not writing a proper answer. We cannot pass the exam. By writing in 30 minutes, 30-35 lines, we are writing very less to get a quality answer. That means our answer is short and we can't pass the exam. If we are writing approximately 45, 44, 43, 47 lines, that means the length is appropriate. Somebody will say that, sir, I can type 55, 60 lines. Very well, sir. But that doesn't mean that because you are writing 60 lines, you will be getting extra marks. The quality should be there. If the quality is not there, then the marks will not be available. Quality means what? What exactly they are asking? Are you writing the answer for that? Are you covering the scenario which is covered here unseen, which is not written in the pre-scene? Are you giving justification for whatever you are saying? Because it's not a fixed answer. So if the quality will be there, then only marks are available. How to practice? Continuously. That we will be doing in the class. Because I want to cover what? What we will study, how we will study, what you need to do in coming 2.5 months to 3 months. वही बात मैं कर रहा हूं. मैं उसमें जाऊंगा, लेकिन पहले दिखाऊं तो सही कि what is the exam structure. In CIMA, 1 hour gone, whatever you have written is gone. You cannot come back to this. After 1 hour, you are forced to go to the second task. In your screen on the top, 60, 59.59, 58, 57, 56 will be running. Once it is 0, gone. You can't check, you can't do anything. You are forced to go into the second task. Second task, again 60 minutes. And third task, again 60 minutes. Okay? For giving you questions and all that, since we are connected with the institute, ACCA, CIMA, Kaplan, so many years, it's not, I mean to say, more than a decade. So we are a very, I mean to say, renowned player for the institute and for the publishers. So they are sharing so many information with us, which is not available with the students. I will be using all those information in the class to help you all. Because I can prepare these materials, the questions, ample. But this requires a whole lot of time. I don't have that much time, so I purchase the resources from them. There are some free resources I am getting, which I always use in the class. But that doesn't mean that I am not doing any preparation. ऐसा नहीं कर रहा हूँ यार. ऐसा मत सोचना. Suppose in the first class only when the pre-seen material is ready, then I am doing my research from Google, from ChatGPT, from different sources, newspaper articles and all that. And I am preparing always a Bible material. For ACCA student, this will be prepared once the pre-seen will be ready. In 2-3 days after that. For CIMA students, again, when the pre-seen will be available in October 8th or 9th, whenever they will release, by 15th of October, this material will be ready. It is giving you a 360-degree view about this entire industry using their scenario and everything. This will be used in every answer. Whatever answer you will be writing in the exam, this will be used fully for every type of question which will be coming in the exam. This is not shared by anybody. And at the same time, when we will be discussing so many different types of questions, scenarios, answers, then there will be discussion in the class which is not written anywhere, which is beyond the write-up. Because when 20, 25, 30 students and we us all come together, discuss something, we can discuss far better than what is written in a model answer. It's an open-ended discussion. So live classes will be very important for that. Because that discussion in the recording class will not be so much enjoyable. When you are in the live class, then the enjoyment will be to the next level. But then understand, suppose we are discussing something in the class. There are many students who involve in the discussion, and in the discussion they are saying so many things, but they are never writing any answer. They are never practicing properly. Why they are able to discuss in the class properly? Reason being that, suppose something communicated by Trideep, then some addition done by Sudipta, then some discussion done by Krishna, and suppose Dinesh is not a good student. I'm not saying you are not good, just an example. And Dinesh is also saying something which is very logical. Because after discussion done between 4 or 5 students in the class, now all are very ready. Now sabko samajh mein aa gaya. That means even a bad student also able to say so many logical things in the class. But then when the same student is doing on his own, on her own, and say not writing any answers, not practicing in writing, then that student in the exam is alone. Now you are not getting support from Trudeep, Sudipta or sir or anybody. अब आपको खुद ही सोचना है, खुद ही लिखना है. They face problem in the exam. They say that, sir, लिखा ही नहीं जा रहा था. I was not able to write. Why you created that situation? कि भाई आपको मेहनत नहीं करना है. तो in that case, this is impossible to pass this exam. Simple एक ही बात है. Practice in writing. More and more practice. More and more mock papers. More and more scenarios, questions we need to practice in writing. हर दिन सोचना है आज के बाद, after today, every day you will type 1 or 2 or 3, 4 pages daily. What you will type, what you will study, I will finish. Don't worry. But आप वो नहीं करेंगे मतलब एग्जाम नहीं होगा. और नवंबर दिसंबर नहीं, आगे भी नहीं होएगा. You will think that I am not giving this time, next time I will give. करिए, आपकी मर्जी है. But होने वाला नहीं है. Because इस एग्जाम के लिए जितना टाइम, whatever time is left, is more than what is required. So why I will not be able to prepare and I will not pass? And how come it is possible? When the result is 70%, how can I come into 30%? That you need to understand. Then comes for ACCA. For ACCA, ACCAglobal.com. ठीक है? For ACCAglobal.com, study support resources. Under study support resources, ACCA qualification. Under ACCA qualification, strategic business leader case study subject. Under strategic business leader case study subject. Under strategic business leader case study subject. Suppose SBL pre-scene material. SBL pre-scene material. How to use SBL pre-scene material, download. 1 second. Better go here. रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप डेकोरम मेंटेन करिए. आप चाहे कुछ भी कर रहे हो, लेकिन आप when you are whatever you are communicating in your background, if that is coming in the voice, then the recording of this class will not be appropriate. Then nobody can complain. You should unmute yourself when you need to say something. But if you are not saying anything, keep yourself in mute mode and your video is not required. You can be in whatever attire you are. I'm not interested to see you. Nobody is interested. You just need to focus here. So September 23 pre-seen mock specimens, SBL specimen exam.
Yeah, nice.
Let me go here. September 23 pre-seen mock exam. First of all, whether you are a CIMA or ACCA student, see all these 4 videos. I am taking a link of this and pasting here. All students should see fully these videos. The link is given. Because it is not 4-5 minutes, it's around 2 hours video, all 4 parts. So you should all be seeing this video. Okay. It is better I go into practice platform. Log in into practice platform. Now where I am going, there the ACCA student can only go, because you need to have your registered ID and password. Then only you can go here. No problem. Let me show you the strategic business leader official resources. Under that, practice exam, past exam, specimen exam. Actually, I am searching for the pre-seen material, which I have downloaded. I am going there only. Why to waste our time? When the ACCA Institute will release the pre-seen material, they will mail the pre-seen material to all the students. Okay? And they will mail to me also. That will be uploaded. But for the time being, September 2023 pre-seen material, which I have already. This is the September 2023 pre-seen material. It is 12 pages. The last exam which happened 2 days earlier, last week I mean to say, strategic business leader pre-seen information. It is about an airline industry. Airline industry, a budgeted airlines like in India we have, Indigo Airlines, which is more about low-frill airlines, about the industry. This is 12 pages. So in CIMA it was 23 pages. In ACCA it is 12 pages. In ACCA, what is the difference? They have given the industry and the company information, but the information are much less as compared to CIMA students. No problem. Okay. बट फिर भी सबको डिस्टर्ब होता है ना. आप ही बाद में बोलेंगे कि द क्लास रिकॉर्डिंग्स आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. सो मैं क्या करूं? एंड वन थिंग, एवरीबडी शुड चैट टू एवरीवन, नॉट पर्सनल चैटिंग. In the chat box below there is beside there is a drop down arrow. Select everyone in the meeting and then chat, because everybody will be on the same page. Otherwise, if I am saying something and somebody is doing personal chatting, then others will not be able to understand. No problem. कोई बात नहीं है, इसको डिस्कशन नहीं कर रहे हैं. Now, they have given, but they have not given you the PL account, balance sheet. They have not given you the newspaper articles, clips and all that. Those things are not given. The ACCA material is less detailed as compared to CIMA material. But then in the ACCA, if suppose SBL practice exam, SBL pre-September 2023 mock exam, SBL pre-September 2023 mock exam, SBL pre-September 2023 mock exam, pre-September 2023 mock exam, SBL mock exam, pre-September 2023. Suppose this is the question paper of the ACCA Institute. Pre-scene available on the left hand side. The pre-scene will be there in the exam hall for both the students. You don't need to carry the pre-scene material in the exam. On the screen in the software there is a tab which you click, you will get the pre-scene exactly which is released before the exam. Then comes, this is not a proper paper, better 1 second. Again need to log in, sorry. Because it is only giving one question. What will be the way they will be presenting the questions and answers in the exam? Practice exam, SBL practice exam 1. This is also assigned. SBL practice exam 1. SBL past and practice exam. SBL practice exam 1. ठीक है? This is SBL practice exam 1. Instructions are there. For CIMA students also instructions will be there. I am not reading those instructions. I am just doing next. They are saying, do you want to start? Yes. Now, for ACCA student, this is also task 1. Like for CIMA student, task 1. And this task 1 is of 30 marks. The task 1 is of 30 marks. Similarly, for CIMA student, it is 1/3 marks. 1/3 time, 1/3 marks. But for ACCA student, suppose you don't want to do this. You want to do the second question earlier. आप इसको skip कर दीजिए. आप मत करिए इसको. You can go to the next task also. But in CIMA, this is not allowed. In CIMA, you need to finish off the first task in first hour. You can't go back. But here you can go back. फिर से पीछे आ जाएंगे. फिर से पीछे जा सकते हैं. But in ACCA you are getting the entire paper. You can go anywhere in the entire exam. That's, you can say, a benefit for ACCA students. But then this task, which is of 18 marks, 4 marks, 8 marks, total 30 marks, this is based on unseen portion. This unseen portion, one is relating to outline contents of PID document, project initiation document, PID document. This is in the exam hall. Like CIMA students are getting the unseen portion in the exam hall, which they need to read. Even ACCA students also need to read. There are 3 further materials which is given relating to task 1. Each material is approximately of 1 page. Each material is approximately of 1 page. I am not sizing. I mean to say. Then the third material. And these all will be relevant in writing the answer. These all will be relevant. For ACCA students, suppose this portion I am copying. I have done the copy. And now I am going into write up word processor where I need to write the answers. I can do paste. But for CIMA student, you can't. The unseen portion which will be given in the exam, from there you cannot copy and paste in your answer area. For ACCA, this is one benefit part. That anything which is written anywhere, say in the requirement, in the task, you don't want to open the task tab again and again. You can do copy and you can do paste in your answer sheet. Those things are possible for ACCA students. Copy pasting from the question, from the unseen portion in the answer sheet is allowed. But in CIMA exam, that is not allowed. In CIMA exam, their software will not allow you to type something from the question, from the scenario, which you want to write in the answer. You can't copy paste. You need to type only. So in CIMA exam, there is some extra issue, you can say, that if you open this, and now you want to write something from here in your answer sheet, आप इसको बंद करके ही यहाँ जा सकते हो. यानी कि in CIMA exam, we need to open this portion 2-3 times. This is, you can say, slightly time wastage thing. But nothing can be done for this because whatever is the feature of the software, that is there. We are not saying who is good or bad. We need to understand what is allowed in the exam. That's what is allowed, we need to follow. But in ACCA also, 3 tasks. Task 1, 30 marks, 32 marks, 35 marks. Task 2 and task 3. For both the exams, there are 3 tasks. Those tasks are supported by extra information in the exam, which we say as unseen portion. And based on that, the students will be asked questions, requirements, and they will answer in word processor. For CIMA ACCA student, if some calculations are involved, then they are giving you a spreadsheet also. Excel sheet also, if the calculation normally required very less, maximum 5 minutes in the exam, not more than that. But some column or row, some information you need to calculate or something, you can use Excel sheet. But in CIMA, no Excel, no calculation required. In ACCA, they are giving you PowerPoint slides presentation also. They are giving you this also. But in CIMA exam, PowerPoint slide based question they will not be asking. Because PowerPoint slide format is not there in the software. So you can see some differences are there. अब ये ऐसे हो गया. I need to do reload. When I will reload, it will take me back. Sometime when you are working question paper on the institute website, it happens with you also. Then you are complaining me, how I will do, what I will do. You just need to reload, start again. Nothing can be done, sir. Since so many students all over the world, more than 5 lakh students are using this. So maybe some bandwidth problem arises sometime. It is, you can say, the Excel is not exactly same, because in this Excel you cannot add or delete row and columns. Whatever row columns are there, that is there. You can't delete or add any row or column. So अगर आपको मान लीजिए आप यहाँ पर कुछ लिख लिए और आपको बीच में यहाँ भी लिख लिए, you have written here also. अब बीच में आपको कुछ डालना है तो आपको इसको कॉपी करके पेस्ट करना होगा यहाँ, and you delete this. That's only possible. But you can't add or delete any column or row in ACCA exam. Because if that is possible, then we can connect through the Excel with the internet. And when we connect with the internet, then there is no exam, na? So for that reason, all functions, calculation, plus, minus and all that can be done. But the addition or deletion of rows or columns are not possible. And in Excel, what are the things you can do? These are the only functions. Like in the Word file. Suppose in the Word, these are the only features which you can do. Even though we are not going to use all the features, but these are the only features we can use. Whereas in the normal Word file, you see the features. बाप रे दुनिया है. इनके सॉफ्टवेयर के अंदर the problem is that if they will allow you to use that type of features, then we can connect with the Word and Excel with the internet. Then it becomes, you can do the research and then give the exam. That's not possible. So they are incorporating only those features which will not allow you to click this and go into internet. That is not allowing you. So basic, because in the exam you are using row column for what? For writing something, for doing some plus minus, those things are there. Whatever you do in a normal Excel, that is there, और इतना में से कुछ यूज नहीं होता है. जब भी हम लोग एग्जाम देते कोई फंक्शन यूज होता ही नहीं है, बिकॉज टाइम किसके पास है? एक्सेल थोड़ी ना सीखने बैठे हैं. वर्ड, सो मेनी फीचर्स आर देयर. किसी को याद ही नहीं आता कि भाई इसको बोल्ड भी करना है. बिलीव करिए, इतना टाइम क्रंच, प्रेशर इज देयर. यू डोंट गेट टाइम टू बोल्ड इट, आइटैलिक्स, अंडरलाइन, ये सब टाइम नहीं है. यू जस्ट नीड टू टाइप. दैट्स ओनली द टाइम यू हैव. सो फंक्शंस है या नहीं है कोई मतलब ही नहीं है, राबिस है तो भी यूज होएगा नहीं, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी यूज्ड बिकॉज you are very time pressured in the exam. Those who have already given exams, Surojit and all that, have you used these functions in the word processor, bold, italics? Surojit and Sudipta, Arnab, Dinesh, so many has given other exams. कुछ नहीं, कोई टाइम ही नहीं है, इम्पॉसिबल है. So maybe you were thinking the features are there, we don't have time to write. We are always short of time to write the stuff which we need to write. So इतना चमकाना possible ही नहीं है यार. So forget about any function which is there or not. Okay? For this type of exam, this type of question paper, the pre-seen information, the open-ended and all that, I am going to teach in this batch slightly in a different way as compared to whatever I have followed earlier. What that? In earlier classes, in earlier batches, I used to teach. पहले सारा technical बताते हैं. Suppose foreign exchange risk, suppose financials, debt equity, suppose mergers, acquisitions, valuations and all that. So I used to discuss around 10-15 classes, those areas. And those discussion we were doing approximately by end of October. We were doing. I started the batches around 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months before the exam. 2 months I am doing the discussion of the technical areas. And when the pre-seen material is up, that means say for CIMA student, the pre-seen material is up on 10th of October. Then I am taking separate classes based on the pre-seen material so that we start studying that also. But then I have seen in all my classes, in all my batches, normally the students don't take interest in studying the technical stuff. They are very much concerned pre-seen के basis पे what are the questions will come and all that, वही सब उनको अच्छा लगता है. So what I will be doing, I am not saying I will not teach technical, but not teaching technical in a technical manner. For coming 1 month, till the time there is no pre-seen is there, we all are open-ended, I will be covering in the class 2-3 pre-seen mock papers of the past exam. Maybe from ACCA, maybe from CIMA, doesn't matter. I will be covering 2-3 pre-seen in the coming 1 month. What is the purpose of covering those 2-3 pre-seen? Covering every technical aspect through those pre-seen. Suppose I am doing this question paper after studying the pre-seen. Then the questions are there from different technical areas of the syllabus. Maybe finance, maybe project management, maybe risk management, maybe foreign currency risk, whatever. Then there only I will discuss you the technical. And there only I will discuss you the application of that technical in the given scenario. So I will make the discussion want to be more interesting in place of just discussing those technical part. When the CIMA pre-seen will be ready, say around 10th of October, I will be discussing all the technical aspects through that pre-seen for the entire month of October. For the entire month. That means still we will be doing the technical study, but based on all the pre-seen materials. Not a direct technical study, but based on the pre-seen material. The reason being that when you will be getting your relevant pre-seen material, I want that you should be ready कि इसको analyze कैसे करना है, इसके बारे में notes वगैरह कैसे बनाना है, इसके बारे में क्या चीज पढ़नी है. I will be helping. But then you are also ready when you are getting a pre-seen material. Because market में since all these case study exams are there for years now, दुनिया भर में कितना सोशल मीडिया में कितना सारा मटेरियल्स आता है. आप जाइए कहीं, बट डोंट कर्स योरसेल्फ दैट यू वांट टू गेट द मटेरियल फ्रॉम एवरी प्लेस. सब एक ही है यार, सब एक दूसरा का कॉपी कर रहे हैं, नौटंकी कर रहे हैं. आप अपना फोकस रखिए कि आपको जो मैं दूंगा जो मेरे को इंस्टीट्यूट या कापलान से मिलेगा या मैं जो रिसर्च करके लाऊंगा उस पर ध्यान देना है. अगर यू आर गेटिंग मटेरियल्स फ्रॉम समवेयर ऑल्सो, प्लीज इट्स अ रिक्वेस्ट, वेट फॉर माई टर्न, बिकॉज आई विल बी ऑल्सो कवरिंग दैट, बट आई कैनॉट कवर एवरीथिंग इन वन गो. What you are going to do in these coming 2 months, what is your, because the mock papers I will be doing from 1st November. You will say, sir, ACCA student to pre-scene will be coming on 25th November. The ACCA student need to understand that before their pre-scene will come, they need to be ready with all the types of questions which will be coming in the exam. So, Sara mocks which I will be taking from 1st to 20th November, entire ACCA students should be writing answers for all those mocks, assuming the exam is there, assuming that in 3 hours you need to finish it off. So जब आपका pre-scene material आएगा for ACCA student, you will not be getting that much time which the CIMA students are getting. You are just on the verge of giving the exam. तो आपको उसके बेसिस पे उतना लग्जरी टाइम नहीं मिलेगा प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए जितना सीमा स्टूडेंट्स विल बी गेटिंग. Once ACCA pre-scene will be there, forget about CIMA. Forget about whatever we have discussed about the pre-scene and all that. By chance, if they are giving both the same industry, the chances are very less. So, if they are giving both the same industry, then it's a gala time. But if they are giving a different industry, just 25th November say we need to focus our industry. Relating to that, preparing the material, preparing the write-up, doing some 1 or 2 mock papers by arranging that and then writing the answers. इतना देर में आपका एग्जाम ही आ जाएगा. We need to understand. I requested earlier to the institute ACCA we should be giving pre-scene material earlier. Maybe they will change the scenario later. अभी तो नहीं किए. I discussed with them 1.5 years back when they said that कि we want to do this in the strategic case, माने ACCA, SBL, but my request was not accepted. Maybe in future it will be accepted. I don't. December के लिए तो नहीं हो रहा है, ये तो मालूम है. तो the pre-scene material should be given in advance so that a better preparation can be done. But that is whatever is the course is course. You can't change the system which the institute has decided. So मेरे ख्याल से December, then March and June 2024, the system is not going to change. Maybe after June 2024, when they realize after taking 4 exams what need to be changed in the system, they will be doing from September 24 some changes. I can't say anything, but that is the system. So we will be studying technical, but the technical we will study based on all pre-scene study. सब पढ़ेंगे, but open-ended technical माने closed-ended technical नहीं, open-ended. Everywhere we will be finding the application of that technical. If there is a foreign exchange question, they are asking about risk, foreign exchange risk. Suppose somebody has studied AFM, Arnab, or maybe I can say Surojit, study कर चुके. They are in a better position to write that answer. But I am not assuming Arnab or only Surojit is there in the class. I am taking everybody as same level. So I will be discussing foreign exchange risk, internal hedging techniques, external hedging techniques, then why the foreign exchange risk arises, what are transaction risk, translation risk, economic risk. I will be telling everything. Then I will be applying that discussion to that pre-scene, to that scenario, so that Arnab and Surojit is also getting benefit and others are also getting benefit. But I am not going into calculation, Arnab, कि futures का question है, divide, multiply, rate and all that to find out the gain or loss in different. That is not there in the exam. That is there in CIMA in F3, in ACCA, AFM. That's a different course structure altogether. We are not here for that purpose. If suppose financial statement, financial data are given, we need to calculate some ratios, we need to analyze the financials. Suppose we are in the ACCA SBR exam, we need to do the calculation of goodwill, we need to do the calculation of impairment, we need to do the calculation of lease liability and all that. I'm not doing in the class here this one. But basically what is leasing? how it benefits, what are the logic behind that, that we will discuss. It's not that exam where balance sheet tally, where your futures hedging answer need to tally. It is not that exam. We will discuss all the things in the practical aspect. No calculator required in the exam, in the class also. But you should be sitting with a calculator. If one or two plus minus is involved, we should be able to do. I mean to say that we are not discussing technical per se the way the technical exams are given. That's a totally different study. This is the study where the application of that technicality is required. PL बैलेंस शीट बनाना नहीं है, बना हुआ कुछ समझना है. फ्यूचर ऑप्शन या कोई फॉरवर्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का गेन लॉस नहीं निकालना है, लेकिन उससे होता क्या है, गेन लॉस क्यों निकालते हैं, क्या फायदा होता है, व्हाट इज द एडवांटेज ऑफ डूइंग फ्यूचर्स, व्हाट इज द डिसएडवांटेज ऑफ डूइंग फ्यूचर्स, वो लिखना है. कैलकुलेशन में नहीं जाना है. मेरा फोकस उसी पे रहेगा. नाउ somebody will say that, sir, I want to study those things very detailed. You want, because if you are working in a treasury department of a company and maybe you are the boss, but the juniors are doing some calculation, you need to check those calculations. But then you need to study CIMA F3 fully. A technical study you need to cover. You need to study ACCA, AFM fully. That cannot be done with this, because then I will be deviating you from the goal. Then I am taking you to a different path where the success will not be there. तो आप अगर कहीं से भी कुछ टेक्निकल वगैरह पढ़ रहे हैं, यहां बाहर आ जाइए. ये वो एग्जाम नहीं है, ये आपका एप्लीकेशन ओरिएंटेड एग्जाम है और आपको वैसे ही पढ़ना है. सो आई विल डिजाइन इन द क्लास नाउ ओनली कि व्हाट आर द केस स्टडी ऑफ द पास्ट टर्म वी विल बी स्टडिंग इन द क्लासेस फॉर कमिंग 1 month. आई विल से नाउ ओनली, क्योंकि फर्स्ट केस स्टडी प्री सीन बेस्ड ऑन दैट क्वेश्चन वी विल बी टेकिंग 4 classes. We need to discuss so many technical areas based on that. So today, Wednesday, and next week, Monday, Wednesday, we will be doing that, which is one of the ACCA case study only. I have decided the September 2023 case study of airline industry only. Then 1 week further, because after 2 week, 1 week further, I will be doing not 4 classes, 2 classes. I will be doing the case study of the ACCA Institute only, which is of 12 to 15 pages, which the Institute has released in for September 2023 exam. One was relating to electric vehicles and one was relating to mattress. The 2 case study they released just for the practice purpose. By that time, we will be getting the CIMA pre-scene material by October 10th around, because 4 week में ये होगा तो 4 week बाद मटेरियल आ जाएगा. उस केस स्टडी मटेरियल के बेसिस पे we will conduct 10th October to 20th October classes. Based on that, the technical discussion, different types of questions, explanation, asking you homework. Homework will be there in every class. What homework is there, you need to submit before the next class. And from 1st November till the 20th November, we will be doing mock test based on the CIMA pre-scene material for all the students. 4-5 mock test, exactly of 3 hours. Because by that time ACCA material is not there. But CIMA वाले को एग्जाम देना उनके साथ लग जाते हैं. By 20th November, whatever student you are, you will be feeling confident inside that कुछ भी आए मैं लिख पाऊंगा. एग्जाम में टेंशन तो रहेगा, but you will be able to pass the exam. You will be feeling from inside, I will pass the exam. Because so many write-up you have done, I have given you marks, I have evaluated your answers. तो in that case, आपको बहुत फीलिंग आएगा, आप पास हो जाएंगे. और सीमा स्टूडेंट्स को अपने 20th नवंबर तक छोड़ देंगे, उनको क्लासेस फिर अटेंड नहीं करनी. By around 25th or 24th November, ACCA pre-scene will come. We will study the pre-scene in the class. I will make some notes, the Bible notes on the basis of that pre-scene in 4 to 5 days by around the 29th or 30th of November. Then we will be doing mock test for ACCA students between 1 to 5th of December. बेस्ड ऑन दैट प्री-सीन मटेरियल। और फिर ACCA स्टूडेंट्स भी 7th 8th दिसंबर जब भी एग्जाम देगा, दैट इज द प्रोसेस वी आर गोइंग टू फॉलो। आपको इसके अलावा और कहीं नहीं जाना है। फॉर I mean to say the materials which are there with the password and ID for coming 1 month, वो सारा मटेरियल मैंने यहां डाउनलोड करके रखा है ऑलरेडी। ये सारा मटेरियल मेरे पास रेडी है, तो मैं आपको वो प्री-सीन मटेरियल पहले दूंगा, आप उसको रीड करेंगे। अभी आज का प्री-सीन तो नहीं रीड करना है, आज का प्री-सीन तो हम क्लास में ही करेंगे, लेकिन आगे का प्री-सीन अब पहले से पढ़ के रखेंगे, सो दैट वी कैन सेव आवर टाइम in the class and we can do fruitful discussion in the class। ठीक है यार, 5th दिसंबर कोई बात नहीं है सुरजीत, डोंट वरी, we need to cover earlier। that means they will release the pre-scene material by 20th November, they will not release on 25th because they said 15 days before the exam। so if it is 5th December, the pre-scene will come on 20th November, so we are getting 20th November till 5th December, so we will finish off mock papers and everything within November only, don't worry। I don't remember the exact dates and all that, है ना। Then comes